going on, metalheads? It's me again, here wanting to share with you 5 more death metal bands that you have probably been sleeping on. I guess that's it. Let's just go ahead and get This is a death metal band from Italy who is truly talented. I can't believe they're not getting exposed, and no one I know of has heard of them. It is the former Hour of Penance drummer James Payne, who he was on the 2014 album Regicide, took that band to new levels with the technicality. I'm talking one of the best drummers of this generation, I think. He currently plays in Cataclysm and Ex Dio, and I guess this is more like a side project for him. And I like those bands, but this is really what showcases his talent. It is just straight up relentless blasting from the first moment, and then his fills are kind of all over the place. He just is really one with his instrument, and I think you can just tell right from listening to anything that he's on. But as far as the rest of the music, the vocals go really well with it. You know, nothing that is like crazy stands out. Nice mid-range vocal. And the guitar, rather than just having kind of your simple, I don't know, third or fifth harmony, or just kind of average riffs, it does have some of that sounds really nice and maybe even a little melodic at points. But there's also parts where, I don't want to say it's polyrhythms, but they're playing, one guitar is playing over here, one guitar is playing over there, and they're doing two different things, and they really mesh well, not in just a basic harmony way. So you'll just have to check it out yourself. Overall, their latest album just really stood out to me, and I think a lot of people need to listen to it. So, check it out. Ageless Oblivion from the United Kingdom. This is a progressive death metal band that definitely stands out in many ways. I like to think of it as it's really heavy death metal that doesn't let up from that, but still has progressive elements. So meaning I don't hear any, unplugged acoustic guitars, there's no keyboards, not that kind of progressive. This is just some long songs that still get fast. They're still pretty brutal in many people's opinion, I would think, and it doesn't take away from the heaviness. But they will have clean interludes that still kind of got some crunch to the guitar distortion, if that makes sense. And as a guitar player, what I really like, this is just kind of my style that I noticed, is they use a lot of open strings, some of that dissonant sounding melody where a lot of stuff is kind of ringing at the same time. Maybe kind of like noise rock sort of feel to it, but definitely more on the death metal side. And again, you're just gonna have to check it out to see what I mean.
To
are getting anything out of this list and these type of videos, please hit that fucking subscribe button. It would really help me out. When this channel hits 1,000 subscribers, I am releasing a guitar cover video of a death metal anthem. It's gonna have tabs that I have transcribed myself. You are not gonna wanna miss it. Danish death metalers, Shadowspawn. Today I'm talking about their brand new album, Cadaver Dogs, which I have thoroughly enjoyed listening to on repeat lately. So death metal being the overall term, but there are definitely thrash influences, original heavy metal influences, black metal, and even some riffs that sound straight up melodic death metal. Overall, though, it makes for a nice, cohesive record. This, I believe, is their fourth effort to date, and it sounds really good. The production is extremely well polished. Everything is not over the top. The first thing that stood out to me was the intelligible vocals. In the song Cadaver Dogs, the title track of the album, you know, the lyric, "We were all once cadaver dogs," and what it means metaphorically, I don't know. It's just nice to actually be able to listen to a death metal band and recognize what they're saying without having to look up the lyrics. So I thought that was cool. Just seems to be really transparent. Guitars, drums, vocals, and bass, which you can all hear very cohesively, come together for a nice product that does just stand out today. Upon my first listen, I was just really interested in it because I just felt like it was a band that was presenting themselves authentically and not trying to impress anyone about any of their playing. It sounds to me like a bunch of dudes that have been playing music for a long time and have just put together an effort that they really like. And it's not to say that it doesn't stand out. It's just straight up and authentic, and the more I listen to it, the more I really enjoy it. So just give it a spin and let me know what you think in the comments. Necrophagus. So I had to do a double take. looked like Necrophagus or Necrophagist. When it was first shown to me on Spotify, my heart skipped a beat because I was like, what do you mean there's new music? But alas, it's a different band, but don't click away, please. This band is pretty awesome. So this is a Swedish death metal band. This album is the only one that they have so far. I believe it's 2022, 2023, something like that. The vocals sound straight up like Eric Rutan of Hate Eternal, now Cannibal Corpse, in a really good way. The overall production, now we're talking just drums, bass, and guitar. Everything is got that kind of old school Swedish death metal sound to it, with certainly a modern kind of production take. But the best way I can put it is everything is polished but not extremely polished. You hear everything well, but it's like the drums aren't ridiculously triggered up, and it isn't just the poppiest snare ever just to get like the most brutal sound. It is more about the overall sound, I think, that makes it really heavy what it is. And like I said in the last band, it's got just more of an authenticity to it where it is heavy, it is what it is, and it's not trying to be in your face about it. When I listen to it really closely, I hear just how complex the guitar riffs are, and it's really memorable too. A lot of times I listen to bands and I'm like, yeah, it's technical, but it doesn't stick in my head. Well, this band, they have some technical riffs, but they're also really memorable and really catchy. And so altogether, when you just put this as one, this band really got something that I just haven't seen in a while from a newer release in the 2020s as far as death metal goes. So, Necrophagus from Sweden, not Germany. Check them out. Necronomicon. This band is from Canada. It's got a really nice sound that, of course, might sound like it has influences from Nile, but also just the death metal time that it comes from, which is the late 80s. But on this new album, there are some symphonic elements. Now, I'm not talking like Epica, super melodic, I guess more like Septic Flesh, where it's really heavy, and the keys in the background just kind of give it more of a intense, epic sound. But don't let that take away from the heaviness, because the blasting is fire. That snare is popping hard. It is just straight up heavy. So for fans of Nile and any of that kind of music, if you like that though, check out any of these videos that are attached here, because there's a lot of them out there, and Necronomicon was just one of those ones that I can't believe I had never heard before. I am just a dude that is trying to show you personalized picks of bands that I can tell you are worth your listen, so I hope you check them out. In the future, if you are interested in getting your underground death metal band some exposure, please contact me, send me your information, your press kit, anything you want to send me to the email attached to my profile, and let's see if we can get you some exposure. So thanks again for watching.